Hello, everyone. I am the Chocolates, and God is the thunder. Because of that, I'll never go under. So I'm about to have me some of this wonderful Canada Dry Blackberry Ginger Ale. If y'all have not had this, y'all don't know what y'all missing because this is very good. It's very good. Very, very tasty. It really is. It's not too sweet. You know, it's just right, but it's very good, though. Very good. Blackberry Ginger Ale. It got a little kick to it. Ginger ale. Y'all know what I want to talk about right now? We're going to have a little talk. I don't buy a bunch of snacks in my house. I really don't. Nice little sour cream chip will go good with that. But what I want to talk about is with the holiday season, some people celebrate Christmas, some people don't. People celebrate different holidays, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to say is this. A lot of times, the holidays is not great for a good amount of people, especially with the whole COVID situation. You have a lot of people that have lost many family members to COVID. They have lost like grandparents and parents, things of that nature. May the Lord be with them during such a hard time. So during the holidays, it's hard for people in situations like that to be positive. And the holidays can really bring them down. It really can. It can really bring them down to the ground. For instance, with me, a lot of my family members, way before COVID though, a lot of my family members, are deceased, a good amount. My mom, my grandmother, aunties, cousins, they're deceased. But you know what? They've been deceased now for many years. Like my mom has been deceased for like 18 years. My grandmother probably like 20. Then my cousins and my aunts, not as long as my grandmom and my mom. I have a brother who was, unfortunately, he was murdered around December. So it just gets real heavy. It weighs heavy on my heart. But you know what? I choose to, and that happened years ago. My brother was murdered like 20 years ago. But I choose to remember the good, when I find myself getting a little, because I'm a human being. So when I find myself getting sad, I let myself have those moments, and then I start remembering the good things. I'll get out a pen and paper and remember Christmases when I was a young child. Now, there were some good Christmases that I did have. There were some good family gatherings that I had that I can remember that's stored in my memory. And I choose to grab onto that stuff. And you know what? It helps. It really does. It helps. It helps me not to focus on, it just helps me not to focus on the negativity that I could focus on if I chose to, focus on that. I make that choice to remember the good things, to remember, the times like when I was young and had a good Christmas, and mother, she would put up the stockings, and she always liked the real tree. Like when I see people buying real trees, I think of my mom. My mom loved a good real Christmas tree. She was from North Carolina, so she loved a real Christmas tree. She did not like fake trees at all. She wasn't with the faux tree stuff. I'm with that, but my mother wasn't with that. And I could remember in Brooklyn, at the time when I was young, they had this place called TSS Mall. But there was like a lot in December that was like close by that, guess what? They sold Christmas trees. And I could remember as a child going to get and pick out the Christmas tree with her, and just having that experience. Like it was cold, but I tell you, it was a good experience. And that tree would come home, and she would sit that tree up, and she would let the branches. I'm saying that right? Yeah. Let them fall so that the tree could set right. And then we would be decorating the tree. And I remember that. Stuff like that. I remember things like we would be eating peppermint, the long peppermint sticks, and we would dip them in lemon, and it tastes so good. It was so good. So, and I remember her cooking, and I just remember those good times, and that's what I'm choosing to, focus on. To focus on the good times. To really focus on the good times, and that's just so important. That's just really, really important. It really, truthfully, and honestly is. You know what? Sometimes family just, I don't know. I don't want to say the word diminish, but some things just cause families to separate sometimes. And, even with that, it's like, just remember the good times. Remember the good times. Like, don't choose to stay in the sad times. I'll say that. I think that's fair to say. Don't choose to stay in the sad times, because staying in that place is just, it's just really, really, it's just really, really sad, right? It's really sad. And then I start just thinking about the Christmases when my children were younger and I had with them. Like when I moved into my first apartment, and, I was able to, I was able to, I gave them a Christmas, but the next year after that, I gave them even a better Christmas. And it was so beautiful. I had the tree decorated in purple. It was just so nice. And I was cooking, and this was in New York, had a great landlord and her husband, and things just really came together. They really came together. They really did. So just remember the good times. Remember the good times. Hey, believe it or not, I like to watch Good Times. I love Good Times. Good Times is one of my favorite shows. It's two shows that I really like to watch during the holidays. Good Times and the marathon. I believe that marathon is coming up soon, of the Honeymooners. Oh, my favorite, my absolute favorite. My favorite episode on Good Times is one of my favorite episodes, because I have many, is the Christmas episode when Michael was singing, I'm gonna rock you to your socks from the bottom to the top. That's like one of my favorite Good Times. I like to watch Good Times during the holidays because it makes you smile, it makes you laugh. It's just really, it helps. It helps. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The holidays is not so great and easy for everybody, y'all. It's really not. So, just, consider that. Some people, you might think they just go into a shell on the holidays and you really don't know what's going on with them. You really don't know what's going on sometimes with people. You just never know. Never know what people are dealing with. So I still say, if everybody's human. So if you do have sad times and, you know what I'm saying, and they come across your memory, okay, but just don't stay in the sad times. That's all I'm saying. Remember the good times. Just don't stay in the sad times. All right, y'all. Be blessed and get y'all some of this good old Canada Dry blackberry ginger ale. All right. Bye now.